last class.
The last lesson.
Yes, from this Friday.
I remember
I
that I
was
uploaded.
looking for, but you didn't.
No, I
Or
uploaded.
yes.
It was I remember that it was lesson 19.
19.
Yes.
Lesson 19.
Yes, that is the last
Okay.
one. So today is the lesson 20 today.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. Thank you.
that is. Can you remind me please, my dear students, hello my dear Jonathan, if I show you, did I show you how to write a review or not yet?
A review?
Yes,
Yes.
right? Yes, as far as I remember,
Yes.
I did show you how to write it. Yeah, alright. So it means that this review it's going to get as a homework, or do you want to do it here?
Yes, I have.
Do you want to do it here or as a homework? This
As a,
review. Because I showed you how to write on a previous lesson. And this is one of the most easiest part of the writing part, the review. Because you just have to describe in detail if a product or service really liked or not to you.
yes, of course.
So what
You
do you
told us about
yeah, so
with
what do
an
you want to
article.
do? Do you want to write a review, this review on page number 59 right now, or do you want to make it as a homework?
If we want to write in this moment as a class, yes, of course. It could be a good example.
Yeah, okay. So let's do this together, alright? So the task says reviews wanted. It is about game apps. And the topic sentence here it could be it's is there a game you play regularly on your phone? You have to write a review explaining the aim of the game or the objective or the goal of the game, why you like playing, and who would you recommend it to. But I think this topic it's kind of difficult for you because I guess that you don't know so many things about games.
What is the page for today, teacher?
59 please.
From the student book?
Yes. Let me see. Here is a message. Teacher, sorry, cannot speak. Alright. Okay, my dear. Yeah, so are you there? Are you in the page right now?
59.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna
Yes,
go
okay.
to our Google Drive folder and there is the writing guide. I'm gonna make a reminder, right? A little reminder. As you know, a review it's just to describe in detail if a product or service really like to you. You can describe, for example, a review for a book, a hotel, a restaurant, a web page, a course, or an event, or a movie maybe. You have to write in detail what did you like about it, what did you, what was your experience like, and your goal is to make sure that the reader is really aware if it is worthy or not to consume or to get this product or to get the service or to live the experience. You have to come up with a proper title, a suitable title to your review. It could be like an adjective in your experience. For example, as you can see here, the astonishing Amelie, or an unforgettable experience in Madrid, for example, like this. If you write about a movie or book or a TV series, you don't have to be very redundant at all. You have just to go to the point and to write about the plot and some lines about what is the plot about, maybe the characters, the actors, and the soundtrack maybe, or the script, and just like that. You have to use as well a wide range of vocabulary and combine your expressions, but always giving reasons and examples. And that is, in here you are the structure. In the first paragraph you have to explain all of the objectives of the product or service, so you can give an idea to the reader. On the second paragraph, you have to describe very quickly and very careful what is the product or what is the service about, by giving examples or mentioning principal characteristics. For example, like here in films or TV series, you have to write about the plot, actors, or the soundtrack or the script. If you are writing a hotel or maybe a place or restaurant, you have to describe the staff, the menu, the cleanliness, the rooms, the facilities, the service, decoration, and so on. And on the third paragraph, you have to, it is up to you of course, but you have to make your review like a little bit balanced by recommending why it is worthy or not. And on the final paragraph, you have to close your review by making a conclusion, addressing the reader, and recommend it if it is advisable to get the product or the service. As you can see here, you are an example and useful phrases as well. Let me see what is the example. Okay, this is a model answer. In the real exam, the task is going to look like this. Series wanted, series of reviews wanted. And they ask, do you really enjoy watching TV series? You have to write a review about the most exciting series you have watched in English recently. Explain why you liked it and what it is about. You have to think of a proper title. For example, in here is A Breathtaking Adventure. And as you can see here, it's very easy and very quickly. The Wilds is hands down the best adventure series I have watched in recent years. It was released in 2020 and created by Sarah Streicher. As you can see, you have to go straight to the point and make like a very quickly introduction on what is the product or the service about. On the second paragraph, the writer has written about the plot, maybe some details about the story, right, about the series. On the next paragraph, you have to make like a balance on the positive points or negative ones, right? In the next one paragraph, you have to make, maybe it could be, it's up to you if you want. You have to write about the negative points, only what didn't really like. But on the next paragraph, you have to conclude your review by recommending this, recommending if it is worthy or not. You can see here another example, and that's it. So now we have to write about this. This review is about games. We have to write a review explaining the aim or the goals of the game. But I guess you haven't played games, right? I mean video games. Or have
Games
you ever
app?
played games? Yes. I mean video games like on your cell phone or your computer. But as I told you, if you don't know anything about the topic, you can come up with the information. So for example, how would you introduce your review? My dear students. I'm gonna open up a document for us to practice a little bit. Yeah, so there you are. So tell me, my dear Sarah, how would you introduce your review in this case?
Well, in my case, I said about the best games app that appear in these moments to the teenagers and children in the in this year.
Yeah. First of all, we have to think of a title, a suitable title for the review. So what could be the title?
I don't know about the one title or one amazing title or amazing game app.
Yes. Okay. So remember one more time. The task is this one that is in the green box. Reviews one of the game apps. Is there any game or a game that you play regularly on your phone? You have to write a review explaining the aim of the game, why you like playing it, and who would you recommend it to. That is what we have to write about. So I think that a proper title it could be the best game ever launched. It could be. I'm gonna sum it up this one. There you are. This could be, because we're gonna play a specific game, right? So how could it be the introduction? In the review, it is advisable to use connectors, linking words, but it is not compulsory. So for example, have you ever heard about a game? Because in the first paragraph we have to introduce what is the game or what is the service, the product. In this case it's a game. What is it about very quickly in an overall way. So my
It's
dear,
possible to type here a question or not?
a question?
Ask
No, in this case it is not
introduction.
advisable. No,
Okay.
it is on the other text, the other kind of text. So how could it be this one? Let's base this one by using the following phrases, right? For phrasing, for example, introducing your opinion. To my surprise, we can use to my surprise, it seems to me that, or honestly, I believe that, right? Try to use this phrase to introduce your review, my dear Sarah, please.
And introducing my opinion.
Yes. Because remember, the introduction,
Okay.
it's a very quickly opinion, your opinion, I mean, about the product or the service. Very quickly. Only 2 lines, no more than that. And what is it about?
Honestly,
Yeah, for example.
honestly, I don't believe that the games apps, the game apps gave gave a fantastic how it could be a performance.
But remember
Okay.
that
Gave
the review has to go according to the title. The best game I ever launched. So
okay,
it means that you are,
everyone.
yeah, so it means that we have to write about a positive way about the game. So we have to write, that is why I was asking you if you have ever played a game or if you have ever heard about a game, a specific game.
Mm.
And in this part you have to introduce what is the game. For example, in my case, I have heard about some famous games that people used to play in the current society.
Do you know what is the name of the name of the game? I don't know the names of the games.
Yes. Just in case, let's imagine that you are right now in the test and you don't know anything about it, about games. but you have to do it, alright? You have to. So you can come up with a title, with a game.
Okay, the teenagers play the Free Fire.
Yes,
That's
for example.
the
It's very famous,
game.
right? Yeah. So honestly, I believe that Free Fire, because we are going to write about that game, is one of the most
Is one of the most
how could it be? I'm gonna let you try this. So honestly, I believe that Free Fire is one of the most
amazing,
yes, amazing, or astonishing, you can say, or astonishing, which is the same. Astonishing games all over the world. You can say due to its, right? Due to its plot and what else can we write here?
due its plot. I don't know. I never see
Accessibility,
how
you can say, right? Accessibility. That is our conclusion. Very quickly, we go straight to the point. Take no more than 2 or 3 lines, no more than that. Okay, so do you remember what we have to do in the first paragraph?
Positive yes. Point of view.
You can say, you can use connectors as well. Let's say, on the one hand,
on one hand, on the other hand, in one hand.
On the one hand, first and foremost, what happens with this game? You just came up with information. It is not necessary that you know about the game. For example, you can say this game is appealing or is attractive, which is the same, to most of teenagers, right? Around the world, right? What else can you write in here? Positive aspects about this game. Just come up, think of the information. It doesn't matter if it is not true or false.
The most of the teenagers are motivated to use this kind of apps because
they feel motivated to use
these apps because
this kind of apps. Instead of using because, it is only for you to increase your vocabulary, you can say as or since. Yeah, since or as. Since is like kind of formal, more formal. Since. First of all, just a fact, this game is free, right? So you don't have to pay for it. Since you can say it is easy, right, to access, and there's a lot of characters from players can choose, which players can choose from. It could be the first paragraph. Sorry, here is a spelling, and there you are. Okay. As you can see here, you are describing without knowing what is the game about. You can write, they feel motivated, as you told me, it is of this kind of ads, since it is easy to access and there is a lot of characters which players can choose from. And that's it. So on the next paragraph, what do we have to do?
On the other hand, there are
Yes.
negative aspects.
On a negative side, you can say, right? For example, you can say there are several guns or maybe skins, you can say, which are the suits for the characters on the game. Skins and what can I say? And accessories for which
Do you like to play this game, teacher?
you have no, but I have because my brother used to play it. He is 9 years old.
Sure.
Yes, and he's playing all of the time this game. That is why I know about it, a little bit about it, because I don't have to play. I don't have time to play games. For which you have to pay. Sorry, to pay for. You see, this is a negative side because you have to pay for some accessories, guns, or skins in the game within the game, right? What could be another negative part?
Okay, it could be that teenagers and children have enough time to play this game.
Or you can say that this game is addictive, is becoming very
Well,
really addictive for most of the
for every,
children.
because I don't know what happened in the brain of the teenagers and children, but it's obviously that they don't do the homeworks
Yes, for being playing this game.
or being playing in the computer or in the
Yes,
smartphone.
that is something that is very. It's a really hard problem. But anyways, we continue with our work here. In addition to that, you can say this game is becoming, right? We can use here an adverb. It's becoming increasingly addictive, as most of teens used to.
But now, teacher, there is a law that the students don't be permitted, doesn't be permitted, to carry
Cell
with the
phones.
students
Cell phones
cell
in the
phones.
classroom, right?
Yes.
Yes, that is a good alternative for you to keep controlling this kind of things.
To keep control.
Yeah. So you can say here like this. You see, without knowing, with you knowing anything about the game, you can come up with information, for example, and keep fixing up. In addition to that, this game is becoming increasingly with letter D, increasingly addictive, as most of teens or teenagers used to spend long hours on their cell phones
On their cell phones,
which can lead to a harmful, right? A harmful lifestyle. And there you are. It's done the paragraph. You see? And you don't know anything about the game. You are not describing what is the game about or maybe specific things about the game. You just come up with information and that's it. And you just have to make the conclusion. So how can you conclude this?
I don't recommend for children, teenagers, the use of this app.
Yes, I wouldn't recommend this game, right? In spite of its advantages, you can say, it can be a really addictive game, and that is not advisable to play it, you can say. That is your conclusion. And that is your review. You see, it is not that difficult.
The last part, the teacher, it's excuse me?
Alright, the conclusion.
Yes.
So in closing, I would recommend this game, because in spite of its advantages, it can be really addictive. It can be a really addictive game, and that is not advisable to play it. That is the way that you have to write your review. A very quick introduction, a very quick conclusion, and on the first paragraph you have to talk about the positive things, and on the next one the negative side, and that's it. So the thing here, the structure is not that difficult. The thing here and your problem, I guess, that is you have to increase a lot of your vocabulary, specifically your academic vocabulary, so you can write any kind of text.
Yes, and there are some themes that are new and are related with the technology.
Yes, of course. And that is why I sent you this link that I was. Do you remember this writing improv? This one. Did you remember?
Yes.
In here you can improve your writing skills. You have to choose the intermediate level, as I told you, and there you are. All of the kind of the bit of first exam, the kind of text, the writing task, the email, the article, the review,
the report,
the essay, the report, the letter, and you have to write. You can choose any of them, anyone. It's up to you. There is a task.
Okay.
You have to type here, and then this program or this app, I don't know what it is, this website, is going to provide you with suitable feedback on your mistakes, or maybe some improvements that you can take into account when writing your texts. So please keep on practicing, okay, on these tools. So let's go with the next part. So I guess that I think it is not necessary to check, because I think that you know what are the silent consonants or not. Or do you want to make a little reminder?
Silent consonants.
Silent consonants. For example, in the word psychology, the silent consonant is the letter P, because it doesn't sound.
Yeah.
Those are the silent consonants. Or for example, in here you have answer, right? What is the silent consonant? Answer. In this part.
Okay, the first one word,
Answer is the consonant silent is the letter W, right? Answer. In column, the next one, column, the silent consonant is the letter N, right? I'm gonna show you here. Yes, here it is. As you can see here, psychological, the silent consonant is the letter P. No, the silent consonant, the verb no, it's the letter K. The next one is wrinkles, for example, the silent consonant is the letter W. Muscle is the letter C, and so on. And here we have the sign, the silent consonant, it's the letter G. Echo, the letter H. Half, the letter L. Handkerchief, it's the letter D. Knee, it's the letter K. Lamp, right? Listen, the verb listen as well as the letter T. Receive, and listen. That is. So I think that you knew this, right? My dear Sarah. what are the silent consonants, and it is not important in this part because on the beta first exam this is not about it. That is only about pronunciation.
With this word or with the other words, we can have to fill in.
For example, in here, in this part, in this box, there are some silent consonants that have been removed from these words in bold. Can you make me identify what are those words? For example, in the word swords, the first one, it is swords, espadas, right? Swords.
Oh no.
Yes. In
They are
castles.
writing like how do you pronounce?
Yes.
Not how do you write
Yes.
in this
It
case.
is. Uh-huh. So in castles, what is this? The missing consonant?
Castles.
Yes, castles, right? Letter T. In handsome, the letter D.
Handsome.
Handsome,
D.
right?
Letter
D. Dishonest is the letter H, right?
O.
Dishonest. Ghost, the letter H. Ghost. We have island, the letter S,
O.
right? Rapper.
This word I don't know what is
Is
rapport.
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 Yes,
Okay.
rapport, which means relación, right? Rapport. Rapport between. Then we have solemn.
Solemn.
Solemn, the letter N at the end, solemn, but it doesn't sound. Solemne, right, in English, in Spanish. The next one is what? Of course, is the letter H, what? Would, the letter L,
Would.
the modal verb would. Then we have Wednesday, the day of the week is the letter D. Although,
D.
at the end is the letter
Although.
G. Doubting is the letter B, right? Doubting. Whether, the letter A.
O.
Whether.
A.
And since, in here I don't know
G.
where it is since. So I guess that is science. Science.
Science.
Yes,
Since.
Science, right? Science.
Okay.
The letter G.
Letter G.
Yes. And that's it. Those are the silent consonants. So let's go ahead to the next part. This is a little bit kind of difficult vocabulary. From this part and from now on, we're gonna make like a little bit hard this part because we have these words that I am sure that you haven't heard about it. Maybe, I guess. I'm not sure. Next exercise number 2, we have the following. You can see here these ones.
Yes.
The first one says emblazon. Have you ever heard about this word? Do you know what it means?
No, I didn't know what it doesn't
Right.
mean.
Beaming, number 2. No, right? Beaming.
No.
Heat it off. Heat it off.
Shut it off. Mm.
No, right?
No.
And signed up for.
Signed up for. No.
No, right. Okay. So let's try this. Let's give it a go. This task says that we have to work out or imagine what could be the meaning of every single of these words, 1, 2, 3, and 4, according to the context that is in these sentences or in these paragraphs. For example, the first one says, they are not in order, right? We have to match. This clearly, this one in here. Okay, so let's give it a go. This clearly means written in some way. How would you expect the name of the company to be written on the omnibus, on the minibus, sorry, on the minibus? So we have to follow the clues. We have here written, it is in brackets with written, and that's it. This clearly means written in some way. How could you expect the name of the company to be written on the minibus? No, I was misunderstanding this. This is in the real order, right? Emblazon is with the first one, beaming is with the next one, hit it off is with the next one, and sign up as well. So according to this context, what do you think it means emblazon? This clearly means written in some way. How would you expect the name of the company to be written on the minibus? I'm gonna give you a clue. Emblazon means it's something related to that designs that you have on your t-shirts or your clothes. You know what it is? These designs that you have on your clothes, especially on t-shirts. What does it mean? What does it called in Spanish? Maybe do you have an idea?
No, I don't have an idea.
Emblazon means estampado, right? Estampado. That's what it means in Spanish. Those designs that you carry on your t-shirts especially. Then we have beaming. This is an adjective. And the clue here says, we are told that Ian has a cheerful, friendly manner. This is the key. Cheerful, friendly manner. So what might he be doing to give the impression that a part of his face goes from ear to ear? Another clue. Because he's very happy, he's elated. And he's smiling ear to ear. Can you imagine what it could be beaming? No? Do you give up? I have here, I guess, a message. Let me see. Well, sorry, my dear Jonathan, I haven't looked at it. But yes, it could be a topic sentence, but remember that the review, it is not that formal, right? Alright. So beaming, no? Don't you know what is beaming? Can you imagine? Can you work out the meaning? No? My dear Sarah, are you there? Can you listen to me?
Yes, I listen to you,
All
but
right.
I don't know this
All
word
right.
it
Beaming means in Spanish, of course, radiante.
Radiante.
Yes, that's what it means. Beaming. So you have new vocabulary for you to speak or write. The next one is hit it off. Would Ian's personality have a positive or negative effect on his relationship with the writer in his family? This is kind of difficult to work out, but I'm gonna tell you. Hit it off means conectar con. For the first time you met something. In Spanish.
Switch on.
Yes, conectar con. Por ejemplo, si conocemos a una persona por primera vez y hacemos clic, como decimos, o tenemos química como amigos, eso es hit it off. Conectar con alguien. Hit it off. For example, you can say, the first time that I met my husband, we hit it off. Right?
Okay.
Yes. And the last one is signed up for. Sign up for means to agree to do something or to book. In Spanish we say inscribirse en. o inscribirse a, ya sea un programa online o un evento, un curso. Signed up for. That is the meaning. I think it was a little bit difficult, right?
Sign up for, inscribirse.
Yes.
¿Y alguna relación con book, no?
Booked.
Registrarse.
Yes. Booked. As well.
Sí,
Yes.
también.
As well. So let's go to the next part. This is going to be your homework, yeah, because we have to keep on moving with the contents, because you have to read, alright? So remember, you have to read this reading and you have to choose what is the correct answer from questions from 1 to 6, A, B, C, or D. Remember that in this exercise, this is the part 5, the multiple choice of the reading and use of English part. And you are going to find the answers according to the order as the paragraphs are displayed on the reader. For example, question number 1, the answer is going to be in paragraph number 1. Question number 2, the answer is going to be in paragraph number 2, and so on. Alright? So remember, page number 62 is your homework. Take notes, please.
This is okay.
62 on the student's book.
A student's book, not from the
work. Today I'm not gonna send you homework from your workbook, only the student's book. The reading, this part. And yeah, we're gonna practice some speaking. And I need you to tell me if you would be interested in going on a wildlife tour with a guide. If yes or not, and why. So tell me, my dear Sarah, would you be interested or would you like to go on a wildlife tour with a guide?
Yes. Yes. I like it.
Why?
Why? Because this is the best manner to know the nature. For example, if we stay in the jungle, in the Amazon, in the part of in the deep of the jungle, the animals and the vegetations were very different when we have to travel in the road, for example.
Yeah.
In the deep is very different from the part that we can travel around the road. Yes.
All right. So.
And this is
tell me, please.
A very energetic part that the people could visit these places in order to not just only to know, and we can go in order to take it as a real part as a nature.
All right, I got your point that you really like this kind of biodiversity, right? But aren't you afraid of wild animals? For example, what about lions?
Oh, this is the part that I just only want to watch lions on TV.
All right, yes. Personally, I would not be interested in going on a wildlife tour. I would prefer to go into a modern city full of modern buildings and so on. I don't really like to go on a wildlife tour, right? Yes, because I am really afraid of wild animals.
But you have to know that the nature is unique.
Yeah, the nature, of course. I mean, the plants and all of this kind of biodiversity in terms of vegetation, right? That.
First, animals.
Regarding animals, no, I don't really like them.
Just only spiders. A big spider on my arm. Wow.
Yeah, that is all right.
Oh.
So let's see,
I
let's
would
keep
like.
moving on to the next part. Alright, so yeah, this is only about reading. My gosh, you have a lot
Yes.
of reading to do. Yeah,
Yes.
so that is going to be your homework as well. Yeah, because you have to read. So, okay, so whenever you have free time, please read at home comfortably. And let's keep moving now. So remember, pages, the reading. Okay, these have to practice all of the readings. Pages number 62, 63, 64, and 65. 66 as well. Those are the readings.
Okay, all of these are for readings.
Yes, the reading part. Remember, this one is the part 6, the gate text, in which you have to find what is the missing sentence, right? A, B, C, or D in every single paragraph. You have to write the letter on the box. The next one is about the multiple matching, in which you have 8 sentences and you have to find in which paragraph is mentioned that sentence or that statement. A, the paragraph A, C, D, or B, or A. You have to find where it is mentioned, every single statement. And we're going to go dive into unit number 5. In this unit, we're going to learn about modal verbs, I guess, because it's obligation, necessity, and permission. That is so important. The world of work and prefix. The prefix in and the suffix in. Some kind of parts of the exams are the reading part, the use of English part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, and 7, sorry. And as well the listening parts, the writing parts, and the speaking parts. So let's finish this lesson by practicing speaking, right? Because speaking is one of the most powerful skills that can lead you to get your B2 certification. So tell me, my dear Sarah. The first one says, what is or what was your favorite subject at school? Why did you like it?
Okay, I remember that my favorite subject in school was English.
Right, of
I
course, because
remember,
we have
yes.
become English teachers. Yeah.
But I don't think that I am a teacher in this moment, for example.
I think
I never.
the most funny part and the most delighting part and enjoyable part is in terms of the language, because you really like to learn the language, but it is like a little bit difficult when you have to struggle with your students.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that is. What do you or what did you like about your school?
About my school, I like
Yes.
that there are a few students per class. For example, I compare when I was working in a huge school in the
Okay.
city. I have to work with 40 students per class, and nowadays I work with 6, 7. The most of the class, the class bigger is about 20 or 22,
Okay.
20 or 18 students. That's wonderful for me.
All right. That was
And we have, for example, that in the is for example in the high school, I I work a lot, but the majority of the students don't like English, don't study, don't do homeworks. They are the problems, okay?
yes.
And now with the technology, with other problems, with consume of drugs,
Yes, that
I
is.
can imagine what's happening in the school now.
I would like
No.
to know about you because I guess that you have more experience. You are a more experienced person in this kind of stuff. What do you do in order to encourage your students to get motivated in your lessons?
Mm, I have to think that the most beautiful thing that learn English is the possibility to knowing the rest of the world without you move to one place to other place, just only studying in a book, and you have the opportunity to know other places but without you moving anywhere.
All right,
And
I can be.
compart second part, it could be that I motivate with songs, with stories, with I remember that in some situations I invite um, foreign people to go to the school and talk about their experiences around the world with the students, and they are and the people and the teenagers in this case. I saw that they like to, or they were looking for the word, the exact word in a dictionary to make a
Understand?
question to the strange man or the strange woman in this place or in this class. I had invited her or him. Yes.
So you invited native
That
speakers, right?
Yes, of course. And the teachers were the students were very motivated to make questions for him, for her, and that really I showed them that this is not a subject. This is a language. This is this is a culture too.
Yes, that
Yes.
is. English is not about learning. English is about living it, right?
Yes,
That
yes, of
is.
course. Way
The
of living.
the
Yes.
next question, please. I'm not gonna ask you the number three because I guess that you are a really good teacher. Number four. What do you want to do
Thank you.
when you leave school or university? In your case, I guess when you leave your job.
Okay, when I left university, I I remember that I have to expect uh, for to looking. I was looking for a job like other teachers too, but in this moment, I see that uh, English teachers were very needed in this case. But now too, but in this moment, um, English teacher um, they are very, ¿qué se podría decir?
Alright, they
Buscados,
are really
is
needed, right?
needed too.
Right.
Mhm.
They are in demand, of course. Yeah, they are in
Okay.
demand. Yes, they are in demand. Alright. What would you prefer? To do physical or mental work?
I consider both, but because the first one without the second, it's a bad work. Just only with a mental work without physical exercises, it's the in the same way it's a it's a failure. I consider that both can be related, can be can a
Those
teacher
are,
can have
yes,
one
tho-
of the part and with a combination with the other part too.
yes, to make a balance between those. Alright.
Yes,
And the last one.
balance.
This question, number six, is a little bit common in the Beta First exam because I remember that when I get my Beta First exam, the examiner asked me this question. Alright? If a job interviewer asks you, about your personal strengths, what would you say?
I am creative, optimist, um, and very hardworking is possible
All right.
because I didn't give up anything, and I have to work like an ant, little by little, but I have to get someday that what I expect to do in the future.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. So this is it. So with this, we finished today's lesson. All right, the next lesson is
Okay.
about the speaking part. And yeah, so remember, your homework is from pages 26 and to 20, sorry, 22, 62, sorry, 62.
62,
Let me see. Yes, 62
64.
to 66.
Okay, teacher.
That
Thank you.
is. Can you
Yes.
please turn on your cameras just for a while to take today's attendance screenshot, please, my dear students? Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm here.
All right. Thank you so much, my dear. Yes, thank you so much. There you are. So I'll see you in the next lesson, okay? Bye bye and have a good night. Thank you so much and keep on
Okay.
practicing. Don't forget to keep on practicing.